Hey guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I've teamed up with Sunkissed to show you guys how to recreate this super glowy everyday makeup look using some of their brand new products. So you guys may know Sunkissed from their tanning products, but they've recently come out with a ton of new makeup products, everything from like bronzers, blushes, mascaras, eyebrow products, lip palettes, and highlighters. Can we just take a minute to appreciate this? So yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to recreate this look using some of my favorite products from their new makeup line, which all cost under £10, which literally just blows my mind. So if you'd like to see how I created this look and the products that I used to create it, please stay tuned. So first of all, to give myself a bit more of a glow, I'm going to be using the Gradual Tan by Sunkissed. This one is in the light medium shade, but they also do a dark one, which I have here, which I also really like. But I feel like I just want a slight bronze look today. So I'm just going to take the double side mitt, which looks like this. And as you can see, it doesn't really come out looking like much. Just going to apply this to my shoulders. This stuff smells so good. It doesn't smell like a fake tan at all. Just pop these straps down a little bit. So this is just something that I like to do maybe every day or every other day or something like that, just to make sure I maintain my tan. It's really good if you're just starting out because obviously it's quite an easy product to use. It's a really moisturizing formula as well. I definitely recommend using it after the shower or something if you do like to maintain your tan. Pop these straps back on. Don't want to look like we're naked now. It smells so good. It's like some sort of like tropical cocktail or something. Just make sure you get right on in there, right into the old pits. Oh, and if you guys are curious about the base tan I have all over my body right now, it's the once a week self tan mousse. This one here is in the shade dark. They also do a medium one that I have, but you guys know me, I always go for dark, so love this. But I find that using the Gradual Tan over the top really helps to maintain it. It means I don't have to apply tan as often, which is great. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, so that is now going to develop over the next 4 to 6 hours. Obviously, if you want something a bit darker, then feel free to apply another coat or two. I'm just going to leave it at this because obviously I do have the other tanner on already. So now it's time to glow out this face of mine. So what I'm actually going to be using first, and I don't tend to use these too often unless I am doing more of like a natural glowy look, is I'm going to be using the CC Flawless Base Palette. This one has color correctors and also concealers in there, as you can see. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to take this green shade here. As you can see, I have got a few blemishes that I do want to get rid of. I'm not actually going to be using foundation today. I know. Who do I think I am? So I am just going to be color correcting and concealing anything I want to be covered. So I'm going to be taking that green color corrector to start off with. This will help to get rid of any redness. And I'm just going to be placing that over the top of my spots to start off with. Got a few little pesky blemishes that have been saying hello recently. So I'm just getting rid of those. And I'm also going to get rid of a little bit of redness around my nose as well. I like this palette because it's not too pigmented. I found that sometimes you can use color correctors and they're like so green. This is just more of like a tint. So it's not going to look crazy if you wear it without foundation. I'm just going to go a little bit over my chin because I always do tend to have a little bit of redness around my chin. And we've got this little guy here that popped up this morning. Just decided to join the fam. And then I'm just going to take a flat buffing brush. And I'm just going to blend that in really lightly. You can obviously use your fingers as well. I'm just using my brushes because they're right in front of me. But if I was in a rush or something, then I would just use my fingers, to be honest. And it's just kind of diminished the look of a lot of the spots on our face, which is, that's what we want. So then I'm going to be taking this shade here. Now on the back of the palette, it says to conceal spots and lines. But this for me is a little bit more peachy, so I'm going to use that on my under eyes. I'm taking the same brush, it's just being cleaned off. And we're going to get rid of these dark circles. We are going to get rid. Going to get right into the inner corner because I do have a lot of darkness in there. Means I should probably sleep more, but who needs sleep when you've got concealer? And then again, same brush. I'm just going to blend all of that in. So then I'm going to be taking this top shade here. Again, same brush. I've just cleaned it off in one of my brush cleaners. And this is when I'm going to conceal everything. This is my favorite part. Just going over any of the usual spots that I would normally conceal. Any blemishes, any redness. You guys know the drill by now. So then I'm going to take a flat brush this time. It's just a regular buffing brush. And I'm just going to pat that into the skin. And you can see this has like a really nice natural coverage. Obviously it's not going to be like super full coverage. That's actually not what we're going for today. But it does just cover up everything we want to be concealed, which is fab. You guys know me, I almost always wear foundation, but I find a good tip, if you don't want to wear foundation, but you do still want like a fairly covered look, then definitely recommend doing a little bit of color correction. I know it seems a little bit daunting to start off with, but if you literally just like even out your skin tone, then applying concealer over the top, it just makes the world of difference. Alright, pretty happy with that. Nice and concealed, still a fairly even base. And you know what, guys? You know me, I love something that's a little bit more glowy, so I'm actually not going to powder anything down today. I know, but I find that concealer just gives me like a nice kind of demi-matte finish. It's not too glowy or anything like that. The most I would probably do is maybe pop a little bit of powder onto my T-zone. But other than that, my skin feels pretty good. So next what I'm going to do is go in with the Hello Sunshine bronzer. This is a matte bronzer. Looks like this. I'll just do a quick swatch for you guys. You can see it doesn't look like much on the finger, but that's what I like. Otherwise, they can look a little bit too intense for me. The Hello Sunshine bronzer is so easy to apply. That's why I like it so much for like an everyday look, because it's so quick and easy. And you can see it's like a nice cool tone bronzer, but it still does warm up the skin. It's not anything that will make you look grey. So I'm just applying that around my forehead, onto my cheeks. Basically just bronzing myself up a lot with this. And as you can see, even though we haven't powdered the skin down at all, it's applying so nicely over the top of the concealer and colour corrector. And then if you want to do a little bit of contouring as well, I'll just take a slightly more dense brush and just kind of chisel out my non-existent jawline. Then what I'm actually going to do is go ahead and take the same bronzer and take a fluffy brush. And again, you guys that watch my videos often know that I do this all the time with my bronzers. Is I'm going to put that in the crease of my eye. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush and do the exact same, but run that on my lower lash line. Little pro tip from me, if you have dark circles, then just chuck a little bit of eyeshadow underneath and no one will ever know. Next, and I'm not going to lie, I am so excited about this, and I will show you guys why. This is the Baked to Perfection Duo Highlighter and Blush. One swatch and this happened. Let me just show you guys again in real time. Swatch. How are these products so affordable? Like, look at that. Super glowy, so you know that is going all over my face. So what I'm going to do to start off with is I'm going to apply some of that to my Cupid's bow. How? Like, that is so stunning. And I'm also going to pop some just on the tip of my nose. Oh my god, that is like the best nose highlighter ever. And then I'm going to take this little pencil brush here and pop some of that in the corner of my eyes. This really just like brightens the whole look. And then we'll also pop some on my brow bone. Then I'm going to grace these cheekbones with this highlighter. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and no words. I have no words for just how amazing this is. It doesn't even look like anything on the skin either. It just kind of, it's amazing. It's honestly such a good highlighter. So I'm going to cover 97% of my face in it. And then let's just drench our body in it as well. Like, is that not the most glowing shoulder you've ever seen in your entire life? So then I think, because obviously I haven't gotten enough of this highlighter yet, I'm going to take a slightly larger brush and just pop that on my lid. So then we'll move on to a little bit of blush. You guys know I don't tend to dabble too much when it comes to blush, but when I'm doing an everyday look, I do find it lifts the skin a little bit more. So obviously we do have this blusher in the Baked to Perfection Duo, which I mean, it's honestly just so beautiful, but I'm going to use something a little bit more matte today, I think. So for my cheek today, I'm going to be using the Make Me Blush Ombre blusher, and as you can see, it's like a really nice kind of corally shade. Just swatch that for you there. Very similar to the shade in the Duo, but as you can see on the skin, it's just a little bit more subtle, which is what I personally like. So I'm going to take the same brush that I used for my bronzer, and I'm just going to tap my brush into the slightly lighter shade here, and just tap that over the top of the bronzer and highlighter, just to kind of merge those two together. Then I'm kind of jumping around to different parts of my face right now. I'm going to move on to my brows. So I'm going to be using the Easy Brow, which is a 2-in-1 product. As you can see, you've got a spoolie on one side and then you've got the pencil on the other. I'm using the shade Medium Dark. And I'm only going to lightly fill in the arch of my brow. Nothing too over the top, just slight hair strokes just to fill my brows in a little bit more. And then just brush that through, just so my brows aren't like getting lost in my face or anything like that. And then you guys know me, I've got to do a little bit of lip contouring with my brow pencil, so I'm going to chuck that under my lip. Then we have another recent discovery of mine, which I have been loving, and I'm sure you guys can see why, because here we have on this mascara a massive, thick plastic one, which you guys know I love. And I'm going to apply that to my top and bottom lashes. You guys know I love wands like this, so as soon as I saw this mascara, I was like, I just knew I was going to like it. I really like the end of the wand as well, because I find that you can add even more thickness by just kind of pushing that into the roots of your lashes. I think I might actually just apply it to my top lashes, maybe apply a second coat or something, because I feel like it's making it look a little bit more fresh. So then we'll move on to lips. So I actually have this little lip kit here. This is the Perfect Pout lip color palette. It also comes with a liner, which I'm going to be using. So on one side we have a nude liner, which I feel like would be really good for like correcting any mistakes or whatever. And then on the other side we have a, ooh, that's a really nice color. It's kind of like a mauvey pink shade. That's really nice actually. I might actually use that. And then in the palette itself, as you can see, we've got a bunch of different colours, mostly nudes, which you know I love. You know I'm going to go for a nude lip today. And I think what I might do is line my lips using that liner, and then maybe go in for like one of these lighter shades or something. Maybe do a little bit of mix and match. So I'm just lining them for a little bit of definition. It's kind of like a Kylie Jenner lip. I am digging this colour. So then I think it's only fair if I do try out the palette as well. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe take this shade here, the fourth one, along. I'm just going to take the brush that the palette comes with. This definitely seems like more of a lipstick formula, because I always have it in the mindset that lip palettes are going to be really quite oily and not very pigmented. But this definitely looks like more of an actual lipstick. So let's just apply it to the lips. I like this because it's not too creamy. I often find, again, with lip palettes that they can sometimes be a little bit slippy. Whereas this just feels really moisturizing on the lips, but it doesn't look too shiny or anything like that. So yeah, I really like that. That's a really nice color. And then, I mean, obviously I'm going to add even more of that highlighter. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my fluffy brush and just pop that onto the center of my lip. And also, again, over the top of my cupid's bow. Then to finish off the look, I'm going to be using the Perfect Fix Plus Makeup Setting Mist. That was a bit of a mouthful, so I'm just going to spray that all over my skin. Ooh, it's got a nice spray. Alright guys, so this is the finished look, and I'm honestly so obsessed with how it turned out. I never normally skip out on foundation, but I love how this looks. As always, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, then you know what to do. Please do give it a big thumbs up, because that really does help me out a lot. And also subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.